Could the U.S. dollar lose its place as the king of currencies? If it does, it'll have a strong impact on America's economy and national security. Lawmakers just held a hearing to address this question. NTD's Pred has more.
Is the U.S. dollar's status as the king of currencies at risk? During a congressional hearing, experts said yes.
Short term, I think the risk is that we continue to see diversification away from the dollar. Longer term, I think the bigger risk is that foreign investors no longer perceive the United States federal government debt to be as safe and risk-free as it is today perceived.
Tyler Goodspeed is a fellow at Stanford University. He says that having the world's dominant currency is a net benefit to the United States. Right now, the U.S. dollar is the entire world's reserve currency. This means that out of all the currencies in the world, central banks worldwide have decided the U.S. dollar should be the major currency in their reserves. Right now, the dollar makes up 60% of all their reserves. This allows the country to borrow more, dominate the financial markets, and have global influence. But China has said this is a form of financial hegemony that's bad for the global economy.
In my view, Chairman Xi poses the most serious threat. He has a vision of China as the middle kingdom to which all of the nations on the periphery ultimately will pay tribute.
Marshall Billingsley is a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute. He says countries like China, Russia, and Brazil all want to topple the dollar's dominance. He believes China wants its own currency, the yuan, to become the king of currencies. But that's very unlikely in the short term for two reasons.
One, China's a currency manipulator. And so people who hold the yuan are also holding a lot of risk that it may not have the same value tomorrow that it has today. And two, they have a very restrictive capital outflow regime that basically prevents you from moving currencies out of the country.
Meanwhile, the U.S. dollar is still strong. 88% of all transactions worldwide are done with the U.S. dollar. It's still considered the safest and most liquid asset in the world. Pred, NTD News.